There we go. All good. Hi, Whimsy. Alright, so we're going to jump back into where we left off last time. We defeated Belial, and of course, as usual, we're going to try to get the Leviathan core again. We're going to try maybe 3 times, and if we don't, we're just moving on to the next boss battle. And we are now getting into the part of the game where we get into seriously emotional territory for both of our main characters. So there's a bunch of lore and a bunch of character development in the next few chapters. So we're gonna try to get through all of that, at least through the boss battle and 1 chapter, potentially 2 chapters. We'll see how long it takes us. Whoops. Oh, nice. That's actually where I wanted to go. Awesome. Alright, as usual for our maze of pillars. Oh, that's not gonna work, yeah. Yeah, the funny thing is, every single time I try to get this core, like every single time I do this section off camera, outside of the stream, it works just fine. And then when I try to stream it, it's just like, nope. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Like, usually those jumps, super easy. When I'm on stream, not so much. But this is why I'm not a pro gamer. Even though I do test video games for a living. Alright. Can I make it over there? Yes. Whoops. Yeah, okay, never mind. Never mind. We have more important things to deal with. We are about to go and fight Astardi. Now we are going to Eden. And here's where the timeline gets a little wonky. Because the way the opening crawl described this game is it's taking place right after the war at Eden, but the narration in this chapter implies that it's been a while, and the lore in this chapter implies that it's been a while. So if they could please make up their mind, that would be great. But yeah, so this is what Eden currently looks like. It's on fire because there was a big ass battle here. Basically what happened was the Nephilim, aka the people that we belong to, were a race that was never meant to exist. They were created by a demon to be part demon, part angel. That was never meant to happen, and so they had no realm assigned to them. And they kept on raging across the galaxy, slaughtering places. And at some point they said, hey, Eden looks nice, we should make that our home. Never mind the humans living there. So there was a big battle between the 4 horsemen, the rest of the Nephilim, and the angelic Hellguard, which is kind of like angelic special forces. And this is the result. So Eden is no longer habitable. The Nephilim are dead, and humanity has been rehomed to Earth.
Eden. It still burns after all this time.
This place, it's a tomb. No one should be here, including us.
Tomb. Our tomb. Come, rest with us, brothers. Rest.
Nephilim. It is impossible. Something has brought them back.
Or someone. My money's on Lucifer.
Simple creature. Your brothers and sisters live by my will, and die by my will alone. The will of Astarte.
Astarte? You were an angel, charged with guarding Eden.
Lucifer showed me a new path, a way to finally escape this graveyard. You, however, will be buried here among the dead.
Okay, so here's a very important thing to know about angels.
Erases the dirt!
Angels and upper creatures of the light can sense darkness, they can sense decay, and they can sense demonic energy. So Astarte was charged with guarding Eden, and basically that means she was charged with guarding a graveyard full of demonic energy, and that kind of turned her insane. And when Lucifer came knocking and was like, hey, I can get you out of here, she was like, yes, please.
Get out of the way!
I'll do whatever you want, just get me out of here. So now we've got crazy Astarte here. You cannot hurt her while she's doing that. You have to wait until you have defeated the Nephilim, which are somewhere around here. There should be at least one of them. Oh, where is he? There. Come on, dude. It's always good if you stay at the bottom of the screen here, because that way she doesn't hit you. These guys are very dangerous at close range because they actually hit pretty hard, but from a distance they are actually really easy. Now, when War takes down a Nephilim via execution,
Hey, I know you?
when Strife does it, he says that, which implies that there were at least enough Nephilim that they did not all know each other very well. And when War does it, he says, rest now, brother, which interestingly he will also say to the female Nephilim.
Brought this upon yourselves.
We will meet later. So yeah, Astarte was part of the Hellguard, part of the angels who fought in Eden, and after that battle was over, she was essentially charged with staying here and making sure everything was okay. That turned out very well. And there's an interesting thing about the design here for the Nephilim. There seem to be two common elements in their armor or outfit design. The first is they all have kind of a veil, head veil, sometimes even a face veil. And secondly, all of them wear lots of fur. And interestingly, we're going to see the fur motif later in the abyssal armors for both Strife and War. So there we go, that's one of them. So the first time she does this, you will fight one Nephilim, the second time you will fight two, and the third time you will fight three of them. Plus, if Astarte manages to complete 20 rounds around the pyre, she will start summoning fire angels, inferno angels, like crazy, and the entire field will be spammed with things that can kill you from a distance. So this battle, if you defeat her fast, is not so bad. But the longer it takes, the harder this battle gets.
Eden will be your grave!
So you really want to make sure you get her before she completes those 20 rounds around the pyre. Now, another thing that's very interesting from a lore perspective here is that we find out in Darksiders 2 that Death was charged with capturing all the souls of the fallen Nephilim, which he did. And he was charged with throwing them into oblivion, which is canonically worse than death because oblivion just removes you from the universe completely. Whereas death basically, after you die, your soul gets purified and reborn eventually. And so oblivion is considered worse than that because it just completely removes your soul and all traces of you from the universe. And we know that death did gather the souls, he just didn't throw them into oblivion like he was supposed to. And that begs the question, how is Astarte capable of bringing them back now? Like, is she just reanimating them as soulless zombies or something? They were talking before, so exactly how much of these guys is she bringing back and how? That's what I would really like to know, but we're never going to find out, so...
Get out of the way!
Too bad. Alright, there we go. That's the last Nephilim. And now we can take down Astarte.
Nephilim! Damn you, Astarte.
There we go.
Beware! The dead rise!
You brought this upon yourselves!
Okay, at this point, the closer she gets to the pyre, the harder it gets to keep up with her.
By my power,
So
I command you to rise!
might actually have to start going in the opposite direction. And now you can see those Inferno Angels. They can unseat you so fast. And if you fall off your horse, you're practically done for.
Rise!
So you really want to get her as fast as possible now.
I was not strong enough. No! I was to be vengeance!
Vengeance? You turned our fallen brothers into your playthings. I'll show you vengeance. You goddamn monster.
I wish her dead, as you do, brother. But we must keep our wits. The Council will want answers.
You've the nerve to call me monster. But what of the blood on your hands?
Not another word, Angel.
You're nothing more than butchers. Filthy traitors who destroyed your own kind. And for what? The balance. I pity you, horsemen. And you, Strife. I know your past.
There was nothing more to learn from her. We'll search elsewhere for signs of Lucifer and his dealings.
That was... War, listen. What she said...
Whatever secrets she bore, I'd sooner hear from your own lips.
Someday, I'll tell you everything.
Someday, so will I.
Alright, so a couple of things to note here. Number one, and I know this is probably the least important thing ever, but the linguistic inconsistencies here just kill me. Like, how can you misspell, or how can you spell someday differently in two different subtitles right after one another? I don't get it. This is the kind of thing that triggers me, because this is literally my job. Secondly, I do like the fact that War basically was like, okay, you've insulted me, and you've insulted the horsemen, and you've insulted our dead brothers, but insulting the one living brother that I still have, that's going too far. And also, yeah, these two definitely are growing a little bit closer to each other. And as for Whimsy's comment about angels being hella tall, some of them are quite tall. I actually had like a size comparison for 3 of them on my blog the other day. Some of them are just about the same size as the Nephilim, so there's no exact information about how that works, except that the archangels, the elder angels, seem to be taller. Basically, the older an angel is, the taller they get, apparently. But they also, if I remember correctly from the... they also have a rank-based and caste-based society system, so it's possible that that also has something to do with it. Now, we're gonna collect our beautiful extras here. This core is completely useless, we're never gonna equip it, so yay for that. And now we're going back to the void. So Astarte apparently is old enough to, or has enough info about Strife to actually know what he did in the past, and apparently also what he did that actually still bothers him so much. And the fact that she knows, and the fact that it does seem to be related to what he was angsting about while they were in Mamon's vault, kind of has me thinking that whatever he did that he regretted so much involved angels. We never find out what exactly it was, but that's just my personal interpretation of it.
It is as we feared. Eden is tainted by Lucifer's dark influence.
He is not yet finished with that dead world. It holds many more secrets he might shape to his purpose. By now, others have entered Eden by Lucifer's pathway to aid him.
Then we must sever the pathway.
This is no simple task. I would require, for starters, an item of immense angelic power. And what angel would aid us, I ask you?
None living. But heaven brought its most powerful weapons to bear against the Nephilim in Eden. Perhaps there, among the dead, you might find such a relic.
Yes! The Elder Stone.
Elder what now?
The Elder Stone is divine power in its purest form. Bring it to me, and perhaps we can seal off Lucifer's gateway.
Yeah, handing him a very powerful angelic artifact sounds like an excellent idea.
Back to Eden then. Great.
Alright. And yes, I do hope that if and when Strife gets his own game, we will find out more about what exactly it is that he was so upset about. Okay, what do we have here? Can upgrade some creature cores. Ooh, Ashworm level 3, that's good. Now we're broke, but who cares?
Coins are everywhere. Keep your eyes up.
Alright, so we're going back to Eden. This upcoming level is Bastion's Fall, is the one where we will find our last traversal and puzzling item. And it's going to be the worst one of them all. I hate this item so much. It's also where we're going to find out a whole bunch of stuff about Eden and the Hellguard and the Horsemen. So, interesting level, kind of frustrating. And overall kind of a mixed bag, but I really like this level. So one thing to know is that Eden was built not just by the makers who designed heaven and hell, but also by the angels. So we're going to see a whole bunch of statues of angels, which actually gives a very interesting look into...
Please let this be the last time we set foot here.
Agreed. Let us retrieve the Elder Stone so we may be done with this place.
Which actually gives a very interesting look into angelic society, because most of the statues we will find that actually have swords and other weapons will be male angels. There are some of female angels, but the majority is of male angels. And most of the statues that we find just holding vases are of female angels. So I'm not sure if that was a conscious choice or an unconscious one, if that says more about whoever made this game or about angelic society, but I still find it interesting. So this is basically what Eden looks like when it's not on fire. Actually looks really nice. And oh good, he's tunneling underneath. Fun times. Ow! Tries to show off. And I do love the music in this chapter.
Into the dirt.
So here we go again with how to get rid of very, very small enemies. Just kick them out of the way. And the same thing with War, to be honest. He does pretty much the same thing. Stomp.
Disgusting.
They don't laugh about it when they do it like Death did, but yeah. Alright, let's see. 2 keys, no problem. Let's go. As for the question, there's parts of Eden not on fire, doesn't that mean that those sections might be dangerous but habitable? You would think. But apparently they were just like, nope, we're just gonna send humanity away. Which, again, has actually screwed humanity over quite a bit, because Eden has waters that are full of magic and full of restorative powers, and Earth has nothing of the sort. So, yeah, good job, Council. Now, these invisible platforms, they will remain, even if you can't see them, they will still be there. So, Ideally you want to get all of this done in one go, but I am being very clumsy again today, so this is gonna take a bit. Oh, for fuck's sake, seriously? Come on, strive. Oh, Jesus Christ. What is wrong with me today? There we go. So this is another enhancement for war, which we are never going to use. The vortex enhancement. There is actually a, it basically creates like a void explosion. And there is another core which we can potentially get in this level, which gives a chance for any attack to have a void explosion, which is not very great for war, because war, even when he attacks constantly, doesn't get all that many hits in. But with Strife, if you have his static ammo, he's doing so many hits per second. That thing basically fires off void explosions like nothing if you upgrade it correctly. Alright, so we're just gonna stick over here. And we can see here there are some angels who actually have more like still feathery wings, but more like golden wings rather than the white ones that we saw in the cinematic trailer
Face judgment.
when we start the game. So, different angels, different wings. And can I please get up there now? Yes, thank you. I also gotta wonder what's the wheelbarrow and the fruit basket doing in this level, but okay. Like, there's nobody living here anymore. We don't need that. Alright, and we are about to meet one of the most important angels in the entire series.
Join the rest of the Nephilim in oblivion.
War, do these angels look off to you?
There's no telling what corruption Lucifer has wrought here, but we must end it.
Yeah. Let's start with these guys.
Now, I do hate these angels because if they hit you once, they can combo you to death.
This is the end!
Horseman, you dare to return here?
Abaddon. Still stuck here, I see.
It is not by choice that we return. You have been here since the war?
Since the slaughter, yes. Charged with guarding this realm from further invasion. Protecting its secrets from heathens, such as yourselves.
We are here for Lucifer. By the look of things, you've already met.
He overwhelmed my forces, spread corruption within our ranks. Even Astarte, my greatest warrior, has turned.
We've already dealt with Astarte. She won't be tormenting the dead any longer.
I suppose I should thank you. That monster you faced was not Astarte. She was more than a soldier to me. I may not have found the strength to strike her down as my enemy. You've done me a service, but evil still spreads through our ranks.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna interrupt this dialogue for just a minute, because Abaddon is the leader of the Hellguard, which is a angelic special ops group, basically, specifically tasked with fighting demons. He is known as the greatest warrior heaven has ever produced. He's an archangel. He is old as fuck. He is canonically about 3 heads taller than War, and he had a thing going on with Astarte, which in and of itself doesn't sound too bad, except you should never date in the chain of command, but whatever. He also starts dating his next second in command. Like, this dude has a habit of screwing his second in command, and I'm like, dude, just keep it to yourself, please. Like, fraternization rules are there for a reason, and I know angels can go a little overboard with this, but I'm pretty sure this guy is part of the reason, or guys like him are part of the reason why those rules exist in the first place. So Abaddon may appear like a reasonable person at first, but he is actually very much not reasonable and very much kind of like a bit of a hypocrite in certain areas. So this guy is going to cause us so much trouble later on. He's going to be important. Not in this game, but later on.
Corrupted angels overwhelm our forces. Destroying them would be a mercy and a blow to Lucifer's ambitions here. Do this, while I seek out the source of the corruption.
We will destroy what corruption we find, so long as it does not delay our mission.
A temporary alliance, then.
We got a lot of those lately.
Alright. So now Abaddon is just gonna fuck off and leave us alone, which is good, because I don't want to see him any longer than I have to. And we have a task now. We're going to get into an area where a bunch of corrupted angels are going to fight a bunch of normal angels. And one of the side missions is to beat the corrupted angels before all of the normal angels are dead. So we're going to try to do that. Also, these 2 boatman coins that you can see over here on the right, those are ridiculously hard to get. So if we're going to miss one or even both of these, I am not going back for them. They are a pain in the ass to get. I am not going back for these. There we go. We only got one. Alright. And I am going to immediately start up my shadow clones, because I want these angels dead, these corrupted angels, before they can kill the others.
You have damned us all!
There we go.
Thanking you does not come easily. But you came to my aid, defended my angels. I suppose that makes us allies.
We always fight to uphold the balance.
The demons grow more audacious with each passing day. I wonder how long this fragile balance will last.
That's what I love about you, Abaddon. You always look on the bright side.
Oh, at least Strife is taking this with a good dose of humor. Alright. Let's get our last gadget. Now this thing is very interesting because everybody treats this artifact like it's the Elder Stone, but in our menu it's actually called the Ether Spark. And also the game treats it as if we're handing this over to Volgrim, but we're actually keeping it in our inventory for the entire time, so I'm not entirely sure how that's supposed to work, but yeah, anyway. This is the Ether Spark. It's completely useless in battle. You can use it to complete the Ether Spark puzzles, and you will probably hate it within at least 10 minutes of the game. It is such a pain in the ass to steer this thing, and I am not looking forward to doing all these puzzles again.
But I'd say this must be the Elder Stone.
It contains enough divine power to shape worlds. It must be wielded with care.
Great power. Responsibility. I got this.
And here's our second Spider-Man reference. I'm like, seriously, writers, you are aware that this is happening like thousands of years before Stan Lee and Spider-Man?
Murderers! We will avenge Astarte!
Your presence defiles this place.
Alright, now these dudes, angelic champions, they hit harder than the other angels, but they are actually easier to defeat. Because they are not very good at attacking you from a distance, and they don't stun lock you, so...
Say hi to the creator for me!
Alright, time for our first Ether Spark puzzle. So basically you stir this thing with the left stick, and you have to navigate it over to one of these. If it touches anything, if it touches any environmental object or one of those blue walls, it disappears and you have to start over. These puzzles get very tricky very soon, and I hate them
Let's
so much.
return now. Let Volgrim know to prepare.
Horseman, wait! You must lend us your strength. Help me cleanse this place.
I think we've done enough cleaning for one day.
We could finish this strife. Perhaps our fallen brethren may also find peace.
I really don't want to stick around here. Do you? Besides, every second we waste here, Lucifer gets farther away.
Listen. Atop this spire there is an abomination. He spreads corruption amongst my brothers and sisters. I dare not send more of my soldiers against it. Those who have fallen now fight at its side. Please, ascend this spire and destroy it.
And where were you, Abaddon? Did you not fight this thing? Like, did you just send your soldiers? Did you not go yourself? What the hell?
Consider it done.
I guess. So yeah, we got some more stuff to do here. Oh, and I should also mention the Ether Spark gets faster the longer it goes. So, the longer these puzzles are, the harder it gets to navigate them. So much fun. Alright. Now, this is another type of corrupted angel, called a spectral angel. There's 3 different types of angels that you can fight in this game. Corrupted angels, spectral angels, and infernal angels. Mostly the difference is in color and a bit of the attack patterns, but not much else.
That's right.
And I should also mention pretty much all of their cores are useless for war. Some of them are pretty good for strife, but all of them are useless for war.
Get out!
Let's see if we missed anything. Nope, nothing that we could have gotten already, except for the stupid Botman coin, which, like I said, we're not going back for that. I am not doing that for myself.
did?
What we did was necessary. The Nephilim's very existence was an affront to the balance.
The Nephilim? You're talking like it wasn't our people we left in the ground here.
We are horsemen. 4 of us chosen among countless many. Absalom sealed the Nephilim's fate when he attacked Eden. Their end was inevitable, by our hand or another.
And Strife is right. The Horseman is a title, but they are still Nephilim. And War is disassociating so hard here in an attempt to emotionally distance himself from what happened there. It's heartbreaking to watch. And we never find out who the countless many were amongst whom they were chosen, but yeah.
But it was by our hand. Sometimes I wonder if it was some kind of test, to see how far the Council could push us.
To test our loyalty.
Who knows? But for the record, I know you've got my back. And you better know I've got yours.
We ride together into oblivion.
Aww, these two. So yeah, the idea that he slaughtered his brothers to uphold the balance, okay with War. The idea that he slaughtered them just as a test of loyalty, not sitting very well with him, nor with Strife either. And yeah, Oblivion, like I said, is considered a fate worse than death, so that's really a great compliment there. Alright, there we go. And yes, Eden is very pretty. I do hope that if I were to write the end to this series, humanity would be going back to Eden with the help of the Nephilim, with the help of the Horsemen, to cleanse the realm, make it their own again, and give the Horsemen a chance to actually properly bury their dead, or burn them on pyres, or whatever their funeral customs were. Then they could also use the waters of Eden to help purify the realms that were taken by corruption, and the Makers, whose realm was affected by corruption, could help them rebuild. That's personally how I would like it to end, but we'll see how it goes. Did I miss anything there? Nope. Cool. Come on. I think we have to kill 50 of these for one of the side missions, so yeah. Halfway there. Ooh. Come on. These things are pretty beefy for bugs. Oh! Whoa! I did not want to get that far away. So there we go with another scarab. I'll try to see if I can do a forced takedown on this one this time around, if I remember.
Disgusting.
And there we go. That's one way to do it. Alright, we're gonna activate this one just in case we need to come back here. I don't think we will have to, but just in case.
Strife! How dare you show your face here? After what you've done.
I'd be more worried about what I'm gonna do to you right now.
So here we have a female Nephilim, the Nephilim Vindicator. She's the exact opposite of the other one. She's a long-range fighter, and she's just as beefy as the other one. So it's gonna take us a while. And her core is the one that I said is actually pretty good for Strife, but she's not guaranteed to drop it, and this is the only time we fight her. So even if she does drop it, we're probably not gonna be equipping it. And yes, she can summon angels, which, yay, that's gonna make our life so much better.
Say hi to your mother for me.
Now here's the thing, when Strife says, say hi to your mother for me, who he's talking about is Lilith. And Lilith created all the Nephilim. So technically she's his mother as well, but apparently neither war, nor death, nor Strife are actually like Lilith. Like, they all pretty much hate her, except for these no-name Nephilim apparently do like her, because once we kill the Vindicator, one of the lines she can say is, "Mother, forgive me." So it seems like there was some divide there among the Nephilim regarding their attitudes towards their creator, aka Lilith.
Forgive me.
Yeah, there we go. So apparently not all Nephilim hated Lilith, and it kind of makes you wonder what other, like, divides there were in between the Nephilim themselves, because clearly they were not just all thinking along the same lines, wanting the same thing. Lilith, by the way, is still alive. She is in hell, though, so what he's basically saying when he says, say hi to your mother for me, is basically go to hell. Which again is not how this works in the Darksiders universe. You do not go to hell after you die, unless some demon gets a hold of your soul. But it's not where you're supposed to end up.
This belongs here, buried with the rest of the dead.
You took that dagger from Aman's horde. What significance does it bear?
I used it once. For a job. The worst kind of job. I managed to forget it. Mostly. You don't know me, War. Even before this, I was a killer. I didn't need a reason. I enjoyed it. I'm sure that's why the Council chose me.
The past is done. Leave it. Neither of us are what we were before.
I know who I am, and I'll do the Council's dirty work. All I want is to know why I'm pulling the trigger.
And that's actually gonna come back to bite the Council eventually, because once Strife finds out what the Council actually intends to do with the universe, he is not happy. And we find out later in Darksiders 3 how that all shakes out for him. But yeah, we don't find out exactly what that job was. Like I said, considering Astartes' reaction, it probably had something to do with angels.
Then you believe I follow blindly?
I believe that if you go on about our sworn duty and upholding the balance, I'm going to shoot you.
You are right to question, brother.
Did we just agree? I think I need to sit down.
Let's finish up here. Put this place and its ghosts behind us.
So yeah, War very much is aware that things are going not so well. He's very much aware that there is something deeply wrong with all of this, but he's basically just trying to power through it. Whereas Strife is more like, I don't care how much it hurts, I am gonna question this shit. Alright. I think after this we should soon be done with this side mission, actually. Hopefully. Just need to get rid of these god-awful big bugs first. Oh, for Christ's sake. There we go. And there we go, more angels. Now, you don't have to keep these angels alive, like the normal angels that we're about to meet in a second. But if you want to, you can try for the extra challenge. And this is what I mean, like these guys can stun lock you so fast. You get hit by them once, and then every hit after that is just gonna, every arrow after that is just gonna hit you again. So I have not yet found a way to actually not get stun locked by the corrupted angels when playing as Strife. They're actually easier to fight as War, strangely enough. But yeah, with Strife they're just a massive pain in the ass. Alright, we're gonna use our...
Must be the source of the corruption.
We're gonna use our anarchy form for this thing because, yeah, I'm not gonna still wanna fight that normally. Just gonna do the execution.
I love it.
There we go.
Now the Nephilim can finally rest.
And maybe Abaddon will finally leave us alone.
Let us return to the void.
Haha, nope, he won't. He is not gonna leave us alone. I can already tell you that much. So unfortunately the Grinner did not drop its core, which is sad because it is it is one of the best cores in the entire game. For both characters, both for Strife and for War. So I'm actually kind of pissed that we didn't get that one. But I'm not gonna go hunting for it either, because again, this is supposed to be a lore stream, so we're not gonna go for maxing out the cores or anything like that. And we would either have to replay this level or play a whole lot of stuff in the arena in order to get the Chrono core, and I'm not gonna do that to myself. Oh, shit. There we go. Now, this Ether Spark puzzle is so annoying. I hope we can get through it relatively quickly. The reason I'm still doing this, even though we could technically go to the Void right now, is because this will give us Abyssal Armor, so I want to get that. Oops, I did not want to do that. There we go. I hate this one so much. So not only is this a pain to navigate, it is also a maze. Which is just fan-frickin-tastic. Oh, no, 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 no. This way. Oh my god, come on. There we go. Oof. There we go. More abysmal armor for us. And this coin is also a bit of a pain to get. We're gonna try, and if we can't get it, then we just can't get it, and that's that. Yep. Nope. Screw it, we're not going back for that. You could theoretically, if you wanted to, if you really want to spend the time to do that, go over here and use the Ether Spark to activate a wind current that can take you back up to this place, so you don't have to go through the entire thing again. So this is basically just like a shortcut. If we wanted to, we could go up here again and try to get that Boatman coin again, but fuck it, because that thing is a pain in the ass to get. So instead we're just going to leave. I'm pretty sure we've got everything else. Yes. Cool. Gonna pick up our extra quest stuff. And there we go. Yeah, and that little floaty ball is gonna give us so much grief. Because one of the things that we're going to do now, we're going to complete the gauntlet. We are not yet going to go through the final trickster door, but we are going to at least complete this section. And it will involve the Ether Spark, and you will hear me cursing a lot. It's just because this section sucks so much. Oh my god. But I do want to get it over with. Alright. Now this is painful. Whoever came up with this, and every single one of these is horrendous. There are 3 of these. Every single one of them is awful. Whoever came up with this, I want to have words. So that was the easiest one. It's gonna get progressively more infuriating from over here. For this last one, I actually recommend that you turn down the game speed, because otherwise this is going to be next to impossible. Right, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. This is such a pain in the ass. So we're just gonna go over here. We're gonna turn down the game speed to like half. And that's just gonna make our job so much easier. Because at least we'll have time to look at where everything is going and potentially react to it. Oh shit. Nearly there. I have no idea what they were thinking when they were programming this part. So I think somebody probably must have found this fun, but I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with them. There we go. Oh shit. Like, even just getting past this first section here is such a massive pain, because depending on where those bars are situated when you start, it can be next to impossible to get out of there. That was so close. Oh, come on. And also you're supposed to trigger this Ether Spark Ball by pressing R3, but half the time that doesn't actually do anything for me. So if you just see Strife aimlessly hopping around like that, that's because I'm pressing R3, but the stupid Ether Spark won't come out. So everything about this gadget is just really, really frustrating. And I hate it so much. Oh, that was close. That was very, very close. Can we please get through this? Please? Yes, 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 yes! Oh! Thank God. Back to normal game speed. We're not yet going to go through this door because this door requires 6 keys to open. We're gonna leave this for much later, but at least now we have a very easy shortcut. So we don't have to bother with this again. Let me see if there's something interesting that we can get from these. And then we're heading for Samael.
Slow down now.
Ooh, I definitely want this one. I don't really need any of these. This one is very good if you're doing the second part and the third part of Leviathan's Landing. Not so important if you're not doing Leviathan's Landing, so we're just gonna ignore that. Got the block counter. Okay, we've got everything.
Only the best for you boys.
Yes, the Elder Stone. Give it here. I trust you've wielded it with care.
Utmost care.
Is this dried blood?
Huh? Oh, must have already been on there.
In any event, I should be able to seal off Lucifer's pathways to Eden, as was promised. Leave me.
I guess we should pop that fat slug before that happens.
If you're wondering why this line of dialogue makes no fucking sense, it's because this is an audio bug that they never got around to fixing. This is basically a line being triggered in the wrong place.
Not quite. You will want to speak with Samael. He has troubling news.
Troubling.
And yeah, the game acts as if we handed over the Elder Stone / Ether Spark to Volgrim, but we still have it, so I have no idea what exactly he's using to seal that portal.
You've recovered the Elder Stone. Lucifer's entrance to Eden will soon be cut off, but I fear his business there was already concluded. He has promised Eden to another.
Another?
Dagon, the self-proclaimed drowned king, has claimed Eden by some pact. He has already begun the cleansing.
Now, Dagon is probably the most awful boss fight in this entire game. Like, probably the hardest boss fight in this entire game. I hate him so much. Not sure if we will get to him today. But yeah, not looking forward to it.
Well, that doesn't sound too bad.
Dagon's cleansing is a great flood to drown the world. Every living thing will be washed away. A clean slate upon which to build his kingdom.
This has the same energy as in the second Mummies movie, when they get the bracelet of Anubis, and Evie is like, "He who shall open this chest will drink the waters of the Nile." Oh, that's not too bad. And then the entire place gets flooded. That's basically that kind of energy.
I guess we should pop that fat slug before that happens.
And here we go with the line actually in its correct place.
Dagon relies on his loyal Stormcaller to bring the flood. Stop this shaman and his followers, and you will foil the drowned king's ambitions.
There's a part of me that's okay at the thought of Eden being scrubbed out of existence.
Yeah, Unfortunately, we are actually going to have to fight him. So this is Astartes' spear that we got from the battlefield, just like Belial's trident.
Hello.
And now we can see if Volcrum has anything useful. We can't buy these upgrades. If you are playing as War and only as War, definitely make sure you buy the Thunderclap rune before you get into this battle. Or not this, yes, this one, because there is going to be a bonus objective to defeat the final boss of the next level with electricity. So that means either Static Shot for Strife or the Thunderclap for War. Until then, let me just see what else we have. I think I'm actually gonna go with our last Healthstone.
Yes, let's deal.
So now we're broke, but we have more health.
Having some fun.
And let me actually see if we have any fancy new creature cores. Okay, so mostly let's see if we can put the Nephilim core somewhere. We need at least 2 level 2 attack core. Let's see if we got something nice that we can replace. Or we can just put it over here. Yeah, let's just put that over here. And we're gonna socket the rest, not so much because we want to have any of these effects, but simply because it's going to boost our overall attack strength. We have increases health. Let's put that. Okay, cool. All right, the Maelstrom. So back to Eden. Fun times.
Horseman! Dagon Stormcaller cowers behind this barrier. His shaman roamed these grounds using foul magic to keep it sealed. Find them and break the seal.
You're not the boss of us, Abaddon.
Magic will not save this Stormcaller from his fate.
So yeah, still not leaving us alone. This is what Eden looks like in bad weather. Actually very appropriate October mood here. And this level is pretty huge, so I'm gonna try to get everything that we can actually get here.
This must be the barrier Abaddon spoke of.
Let's find those shaman and ask them nicely to take it down.
Now there is actually a side objective here for getting hit by 20 lightning strikes.
Into the dirt!
But the entire Trickster Vault in this level is just filled with lightning, so don't bother with trying to get hit while you're out in the open. You're gonna get hit with more than enough lightning as soon as you enter the Trickster Vault. this section can get really annoying because you can get hit by lightning so easily. Alright, there we go. Much better. And there's our first shaman.
There, a shaman. Not for long.
But this guy can summon additional tide hunters, which is what these smaller ones are called. More annoyingly, if you get too close to these spears, you will get shocked. So this guy is actually a pain in the ass.
I beckon storm.
Oh, for Christ's sake! I was trying to dodge towards this guy. Seriously. There we go.
Rise!
Alright. Now we're just gonna stick to the left and work our way basically around the perimeter of this place. And then once we have the map, we're gonna hunt for everything that we met. And of course it's not this easy.
It is only dark.
Say hi to the creator for me!
Alright, I think there's gonna be one more wave after this, and we'll thankfully be done here. Ow. Ow, ow, ow! So that is what I mean when I say it's very easy to get stun locked here. Like, you get hit by one of these angels, and suddenly everything else hits you as well. If you get hit by one of those arrows, even if you try to dodge, you won't be able to move. So, yeah, not fun fighting these guys.
Step into the light.
And our reward is Nature Shot. Nature Shot is fun ammo to use because it will give you extra health orbs. I used this a lot the first time I played the game, because if you're finding yourself out of health orbs and out of health potions, this is a pretty good way to get more. Oh, come on, pick it up. There we go. There's also a side mission for basically culling all 3 of these nests. The first 2 of which we're going to get to very easily, and for the last one we're going to have to backtrack a little bit. And it's going to end with one of the most annoying mini-bosses in the entire game. So, not looking forward to that, but we're still going to try to do it. Alright, number 1 down. And there's our second Stormcaller. So let's get to this guy right now. Ouch! That hurt.
Almost had me. Hey, look! Another dead shaman.
Yeah, the first thing anybody would cleanse Eden of is all the bugs. Like, yikes, that's way too many bugs. Thankfully, no big spiders in this game, though. And in that, at least, it's a lot more merciful than Darksiders 2 and Darksiders 3. And Darksiders 1, honestly. All of the other games have really big spiders in them. Alright, now let me see. Was there anything up here? No. Okay. Alright, we're about to get to the trickster door, so we're going to get our 20 or 25, however many lightning strikes it was. I think I might actually leave that health chest alone over there, because we're gonna need it when we get out of the Trickster Hollow in just a few minutes. Ouch. Yeah, that was my own mistake. I walked right into that one. Alright. Ow! Dude, I could not even see this one coming. Didn't miss anything down here. And there's our first Stormcaller, so we can already see him, which is not going to go to him just yet.
Be so bad just to give this place to dig on? Not like there's anything left here.
What do you mean, not like there's anything left here? Still got plenty of beautiful places, beautiful buildings. It's got nice nature. It's got a bunch of artifacts.
The Council will not stand for surrendering Eden to demons, even if it is a ruin.
Either way, guess there's no undoing what we did.
Aw, never say never, Strife. I'm sure we can figure this out somehow.
We've put the past behind us, brother. We forge our own futures now. Eden will never be restored, but let it be a reminder.
A reminder of what? Our failures?
Of how far we've come. Of all that we still will achieve. You claim to ask why. The answer is simple. We must be better.
You know, for a big tough guy, you can be pretty insightful.
War, the giver of pep talks. Alright. So yeah, who knows if Eden will get restored. I would love to see humanity come back to Eden eventually. Either way, they're not gonna come back to Earth because Earth is pretty much ruined after the Darksiders franchise. Like, they say Eden is ruined, but Earth really, really is fucked up after the apocalypse. So, Eden has nothing on Earth in that term. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, look, more of these guys. Okay. Alright, time to get into this trickster vault and get electrocuted. So this is why I said you don't have to worry about getting your lightning strikes in outside of the trickster vault, because you're gonna get hit plenty of times while you're in here. Even if you are gonna try to avoid them. And that's not good. Okay, so let's get in our last few lightning strikes and then we're getting out of here. So I'm just gonna keep standing here, and it's gonna take like maybe a minute or two until we have all of our lightning strikes in. There we go, 20 out of 25. Can actually pick up this chest already. And make our way to the exit because I'm gonna have to get out of here eventually. Alright, can I get one or two more, please? And of course, now that we're waiting for it, nothing is happening. Awesome. There we go. Side mission complete. Now we can pick up that health chest that we did not get before. No, I'm not gonna fight you guys just yet. Alright, there we go. Oh! That's the Stormcaller. Wow. Not the Stormcaller, the Shaman. I thought it was just two normal mooks, but okay. Fine, if you want to fight me here, I'm gonna fight you here, no problem.
That was the last of them. The barrier is broken.
Alright, we are obviously not going straight back to that barrier. We still got some exploring left to do. Including some really, really annoying puzzles with the Ether Spark. So we've got that to look forward to. Now this one is so infuriating. Mostly because I can never remember where I actually have to go. And of course these also get more complicated the further along you go. This one right here is just such a massive pain. I think we have to stick to the right if I'm not entirely mistaken. Yes. Oof. That actually went a lot better than it usually does. Alright, what else do we need to get? We got everything over here. No, we just keep on going left. Okay. Oh, whoops. Got the Tide Hunter as well. Didn't even see that guy there. Okay, now for this one, this is basically, it works like a torch, so we're gonna have to find the original first torch that actually is lit up and get it with war. It's gonna be a bit of a pain in the ass, but this is good. There we go, there's the first one. Alright, should be getting close now. Yep, that's the last one, if I remember correctly. Yes, there we go. Alright, now we just gotta get this last scarab nest and then we can leave. So this level, if you know what you're doing, is actually very, very short. If all you're caring about is to get to the end of it. But if you do try to get everything, it takes a while to get through this. And there's a Scarab Queen. This enemy is awful, especially if you're fighting at strike, because she has an attack that is very easy to dodge if you're standing right in front of her. This one right here. If you're standing right in front of her, that will never hit. But if you're standing a little bit away from her, chances are it is going to hit you. We actually got very lucky that she didn't hit us the first time. So yeah, and you cannot do an execution on her, so don't even try. Don't waste your time trying to perform an execution move on her, it's not gonna work. There we go. This just takes so much of our health, Jesus Christ. There we go, finally. And I think there's one more chest that we need to get, and then we can go inside the Stormcaller. And we will actually still have enough time to get to Dagon, so we are gonna fight him as well. And it's never explained exactly what these guys are. The game calls them Fallen Ones, but we never find out, are they like corrupted ghoul angels, Nephilim, humans? Like, were there still humans here when angels and Nephilim fought? Because that would be pretty bad. Where do these things even come from? We never find out, basically. Alright, time to fight the Stormcaller. We did get everything else. Yes, cool.
This cave is thick with dark magic.
Just a hunch, but I'm guessing that ugly one's our Stormcaller.
Foolish demon! We are the storm!
I love it when you get like this.
Okay, and again we're going to get out of Anarchy form here because we've got the bonus objective for defeating him with lightning. And there we go, no more Stormcaller. Let's see. Ooh, we got a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, that is actually a very good core we just got for building Anarchy form faster. Definitely gonna have to use that in a bit before we get to Dagon.
The Stormcaller's threat is ended. Have you sealed the portal?
As promised, Horseman. Did you doubt my talents?
Only about every step of the way.
There is still the matter of Dagon himself. By crushing his priests, you dealt him a crippling blow. Strike now, learn what he knows, and finish him.
Anybody else getting like Mortal Kombat flashbacks?
Dagon will pay for his part in this. And Lucifer.
I love it when you trail off menacingly.
Yep, the family that slays together stays together, or something like that.
Horseman.
Ah, these two murder siblings. Okay. Let's see.
A humble merchant at your service.
Ah, damn. I'm sad we can't get both of these because both of these upgrades are pretty good. I'm just gonna settle for potion users.
Many great things for so few souls.
And we're just gonna have to get this one whenever we have the money.
Just a few more souls. Delicious, delicious souls.
And I am actually going to reset my creature board because I think we just got a whole bunch of cores that we can use. So we're just gonna fill this out again real quickly. I wish there was a button that just clears the entire board. It would be so much easier. Alright. There we go. Health. Belial. And the Angelic Beast. Walker. Ashwan. Leviathan. Oh, actually. Let's go with the Hollow Fiend over here. Cool. Okay, level 3 Wrath. Let's see if we have anything like that. Shadow Clone. Awesome. So I'm sorry that this is taking up a bit of time right now, but I really want to get these sorted out before we go for Dagon, because Dagon is going to be he's going to be a lot, because he summons Tide Hunters to help him. He summons orbs that give that cause storm. He summons lightning. He's just, this guy summons everything, and it's just a massive pain in the ass. No, wait, we're not actually gonna take this one, we're gonna take this one. Okay. Health. Health, 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 health. Hot streak. Okay. Now let's see if we still have any level 3 cores that are any good. Lowers attack and wrath power, I don't want that. Even if it's level 3, I don't want that. So we're just gonna put some more level 2 cores. Alright, So now we only have the level 1s left to do. We can do that. And also, fun fact, every single one of these cores is about an enemy that is either present in this game, or we're gonna meet them in one of the later games. But all of these enemies actually do exist in the series. Okay, there we go. Okay, more health orbs, and then we're gonna have to see what else we take. Okay, I think we might be able to just put some relatively useless ones over here. Basically, we're just putting them here to get more stat boosts. So again, we're not going to pick anything that could actually cause us trouble. Like, we're not going to pick any cores that actually have a lowers this and that side effect. I'm really just here for the stats. And there we go. Okay, I think that's gonna be it, unless we have something here. We're gonna put this. Alright, cool. Now let's go fight Dagon. Yeah, so Dagon has a whole bunch of things happening, and he will create a wave 3 times during the match that can push you off the arena. If you are in apocalyptic difficulty, that's an instant death. An instant fail. So you're gonna have to restart the fight again. So this is part of what makes this guy so annoying to fight, and don't be misled by when it says you only need 460 power to defeat him, because he's still going to be a pain in the ass. There's also an objective for defeating him without getting hit by his lightning. I'm gonna try to get it, but I won't be surprised if I don't, because like I said, there's just dozens of things happening in this fight at the same time, and every single thing is trying to kill you. Alright, let's go.
Come, be cleansed.
Yeah, this really is the worst of all the boss fights in my opinion, even worse than Moloch, even worse than Wicked K. There's also an objective for defeating 20 Tide Hunters, so we're gonna try to get rid of those. If you are playing as War, you can make this first part very easy and just walk right up to him and just use the Vampiric Rune to hit him over and over and maintain your health when he hits you. Alright, so here we go, that's the first of the waves. There are a couple of ways to avoid this wave. The first one is to perform an execution the moment it happens. The second would be World Ender or Blade Geyser, both of which will fix you in place, or Rampage.
Hold on! This way
Or you can make sure to stay in the middle of the screen like this, and you will hit a as you get pushed off the platform, you will hit a what can I call it? Air current. So these orbs are also going to spawn lightning, and Dagon will summon them over and over and over and over again, which is what makes this fight such a pain. Not so much Dagon, because Dagon himself is not the problem, but when he summons all the lightning, all the Tide Hunters, and then all these orbs, it's just so much on the screen that you have to deal with. And like I said, everything is trying to kill you. So.
The storm protects its own.
Hold your breath!
So as you can see, this time we used an execution move to stay on the platform. Gonna pop a health potion there. It's actually going pretty well so far. I am trying to save my Anarchy form for the last section of the fight. For after he does the third wave. Oh, whoa, whoa! Shit. So if this was apocalyptic difficulty, we would have to start the fight over now. Because we just fell off the platform. Oh, there we go, the lightning. Oh shit. Ah, fuck. We got hit. Too bad. Oh well. I guess we no longer have to try to dodge that stuff. And here he is summoning like 5 of those cores at once, and I'm like, seriously? Really? So that's why I'm saying this fight is pretty awful. I'm just gonna world ender our way through this. Okay.
The storm!
Now I've had enough. Let's go. There we go. So unfortunately we got hit with the lightning just before the end of the match. Too bad. But now we get to one of the best cutscenes in the game, so there we go.
Brother, a little help.
Trust me, you could use a bath. Oh, shit!
That backfired quickly.
I guess we've been cleansed.
This is one of, I think, only 3 times in the entire show, in the entire series, that we get to see War smile. It was the lamest of all lame jokes, but good on Strife for laughing at it. Alright, gonna pick up our quests. Yeah, so close to defeating him without getting hit by the lightning. Oh well. And we're gonna talk to Samael and Volcrum again, and I think then that's gonna be it for today, because the next... I think there's like 3 levels left, plus the boss fight against Wicked Killington. So those two of those 3 levels are going to be really, really big. So we'll see how far we can get. We might be able to finish everything next week, if not the week after, but yeah, we're getting pretty close to the end.
Horseman, you smell even worse than you look.
That be the mix of tainted water and demon guts we've been swimming in. You're welcome, by the way.
Why strive? I'm doing this for your sake, not mine.
We both know that isn't true. At some point, this arrangement will stop being mutually beneficial. Then it's gonna get interesting.
How pessimistic. For now, however, the benefit remains. So, shall we continue? For the one and only Moloch now stands in our way.
This definitely benefits you more than us.
You never did explain why he came for you, Samael. Do the lesser lords of hell always bigger so?
Ooh, somebody get some ice for that burn.
Lesser? Do not taunt me, puppet. I'll cut the strings you dance on, if only to crush you when you hit the ground.
Then kill him yourself. You're mighty enough, aren't you?
He is invincible, Nilly. Or he never could have moved me from my seat, and his army grows formidable.
Then what of it?
We must erode them from within, beginning with his considerable operation in the Red Waste, where his machines dig up materials of incredible potency.
Admit it. You just want his army gutted so that once he's dead, nothing of his realm stands to threaten your ambitions.
Either way, mutual benefit. Go. Destroy everything you can, and while you're there, kill the foreman.
The foreman? Any particular reason?
He was important to my work once. It appears Moloch was able to sway him. For that, I'd like him dead. It's not really a request, so much as a requirement.
Yeah, look, at this point, I'll agree to anything if it means ending this conversation. Too long. Must go kill things.
Yeah, these ridiculous murder babies. But yeah, they can both see that Samael is clearly playing some game in the background. They can clearly see that somehow this is gonna end up biting them in the ass, but they don't know how, and that's the problem.
Greetings.
So yeah, let's see if we can finally buy those upgrades we wanted. We are not getting this one because 50,000 souls is not something that we're gonna get without going into the arena, and I am not doing any more of the arena, so we're not even gonna try that. What we are going to do is we're gonna have a look at these creature cores. Yeah, I think we might actually get this one.
Many great things for so few souls.
To replace our Hollow Fiend, because the Hollow
So
Fiend
many
core is not
souls,
giving us that much,
so
and we would have to
few
replay the first level in order to upgrade it. And we upgrade the Wraith, and that should
Just
be it.
a few more souls. Delicious, delicious souls.
So now we can just switch that out. Yeah. Better. Alright, so yeah, next time we are going to go after Moloch. And actually, the one thing we could do we could already, since we have all the equipment that we need, we could go back to the areas that we already completed where we missed a few things. Like here we're lacking 2 trickster keys that we didn't pick up and 2 upgrades, and for some reason a boatman coin. Don't ask me how I missed that one. So there are a few things that we could replay. We're probably next week we're going to do the Red Waste, and we're going to replay this chapter, this one, and let me see. And this one. So those are the 3 that we're going to have to replay, because those actually have relevant gear that's going to be important if we want to get to Wicked K. So yeah, that's going to be it for today, and I hope you guys had some fun. Hope to see you guys again next time. Again, same story, Sunday 8 PM Irish time. Until then, have a good one, guys, and take care, stay safe, and hopefully see you all again next week. Bye bye.